You, Asian, go back in the Philippines. You're a bitch. I don't like you. This class is boring. I don't want to be in this class. I will really make sure that you will get fired. Do you also eat cats in the Philippines? Well, are you ready to hear all of these, guys? Then, if you're ready, let's go. Join me in teaching here in the US. Hello everyone, this is still your Pinay teacher Annie sa America, spreading the love to everyone. And if this is your first time to visit my channel, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications and for more J1 Visa series updates. So, J1 Visa teachers, I have a question. Classroom management or lesson content? And there's more questions for that. How will you manage and combat yourself from all the insults that you will hear from your students? Also, another question is, how will you manage disrespectful kids? Another question, how will you keep and level the energy of your students until the end of the day? I'm teaching 7th grade here, that's middle school. And every time the locals heard about it, they have the same comment. Oh, God bless you. Well, you can't relate for it for now, maybe, but I will help you get ready and be prepared in facing these little people. I don't know if it's the culture or not, but I remember back home, I noticed that all kids, they consider their teacher as the person of authority. And I for sure you experienced this, that at the moment you stand up in front of your students, they will stop talking and they will listen to you. But not here. I even remember my first year of teaching and I stared literally for 5 minutes. Guys, take note. 5 minutes, I looked at them and they were not able to figure out what was that stare for. And do you want to know what they said? We can read your mind if you will just stare at us. We don't know what does that mean. So, well, teachers, are you ready to handle this attitude? I describe my first year of teaching here as chaotic, non-productive, ineffective. And I even question myself if I am really a teacher. On my first 3 months of teaching here, I always tell myself that I wanted to go home already. I can't handle it and I don't get the respect that I want as a teacher. So I remember actually every time we arrived in school, together with my carpool buddies, we will stay in the car for a while since we're all scared of what will be our day like again and what will be another hilarious event that we will experience. But the only reason that made us stronger and not giving up are the debts that we left back home. So guys, even though it's tiring already, and yes, I mean it, it's very tiring, especially if it's your first year of teaching. But we continue, we press on because we have a very big question. What are we going to do in the Philippines if we're going back with no job and still you have loans to pay? I do believe that disruptions such as bullying and violence against teachers can make it very difficult for you to teach effectively. Although most of the students do what you ask them to do, there's often one student who has a hard time behaving appropriately, trying to be the clown, trying to be the cool kid. But then whether this individual is launching spitballs at their classmates or hiding your whiteboard erasers, This student seemingly unrelenting passion to find newer, more innovative ways to cause chaos and have you at your wit's end. So instead of sticking to your lesson plan, you will spend more time, a lot of time and energy trying to get them back on track. It's exhausting. It's so stressful, and it puts the learning environment at risk. Some factors can lead to poor student behavior. Students who have problems at home or whose parents are going through a divorce, for example, may be experiencing depression or stress. Childhood stress can lead to mood swings, declines in inattentiveness, and impulsive behavior, all of which can be disruptive to the classroom. American learners, guys, I'm telling you, are very different from Filipino learners. So I stepped up and boom, I'm still here. Based on my experiences and the level of stress that I am handling, these are some of the many behaviors or characteristics of American learners that you need to handle and you need to be ready when you teach here in the US. Number one, guys, they don't like strict teachers. Who loves strict teachers anyway? And believe me, they will hate you for the rest of their lives. But I'm still strict anyway, but because if I'm not, then for sure we will have a very low score in our state testing. I'm teaching one of the core subjects, so I need to. But then you need to remember you can be strict, but then you should have reasonable reasons. But sometimes I try to inject some jokes and go along with their whereabouts in their lives. And of course, you need to set proper boundaries, limits, and expectations. Number two, they love to talk. Who doesn't want to talk anyway? Yes, they love to talk. They are the learners that are very productive while talking and at the same time working. And you will not really expect them not to talk during the whole period. So that's why you need to set proper expectations still, and you need to tell them the level of their noise and the level of their chit chat so that your class will not be too rowdy. Students need routines. Your classroom should have a structured classroom routines so that you will not keep on repeating yourself every day what they should do and what they should not do. Routines should be implemented at the very first day of your class until they master them. Example of routines are they will line up before they enter your classroom. They need to put their backpack at the back. And when they're inside your classroom, they need to get your bell work. And after they're done with their bell work, turn it in the bell work bin. There are a lot of classroom routines. You can make your own too. And actually, it really depends on whatever that will suit your class. Number four, be firm. Guys, like I said, you are the person of authority inside the classroom. So in order for you to implement this, you need to have your classroom procedures, your classroom rules and expectations inside the classroom. You need to have your discipline procedures as well, especially for your disruptive students. For example, if you will tell them that you're going to email their parents, go ahead, email them. If you tell them that you're going to give them a write-up, don't stop yourself. Go ahead and send the write-up, because if you will not, then they will not believe you anymore. Number five, and the most important thing that you need to remember, no argument with a kid. Do not ever make a scene in front of your class. The moment you argue, even with just one kid, you are giving them an advantage not to respect you at all. Remember, you still have other students inside the classroom that will serve as your viewers while you're having an argument with this kid. Kids don't like to be yelled at. If you think that they are really disruptive, call their attention. Talk to them at the back of your classroom. Explain to them why they should stop disrupting the class. Let them understand the consequences if they will continue in doing so. So guys, as for me, I do believe that if you have better classroom management, classroom routines, your teaching experience here in the US will be better. It will not be smooth sailing, but at least it will make your life easier. If you have wise and good classroom management, everything will just follow. You can continue with your lesson with no disruptions and no interruptions at all. You will even gain the respect and trust of your students because you know how to make them focus and stay seated while the class is going on. Plus, you will have good results as well during state testing, and your kids, your students, will even love the subject. Honestly, I almost did not make it on my first year of teaching here. Totally. As in, my principal was not supposed to renew me. However, I proved him wrong, and that's why I'm still here. Well, I created my own means to manage and survive my class. Yes, until now I'm struggling, and especially with my classroom management, but not as the same struggle with my first year of teaching. I might be a work in progress, but every day I get a little bit wiser, a little bit better, and a little bit stronger. And that's all for today, folks. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you for watching my J1 Visa series, and please don't forget to like and share this video with your friends who also aspires to be a J1 Visa teacher here in the US. Let's dream together. Let's soar high together. Let's conquer America together. See you again next time. Bye.